Have you ever tried to do no contact after a breakup and it felt fine for a day or two, then suddenly you spiraled? You missed them. You started bargaining, you felt anxious in your body. Maybe you just wanted to check on them or just check their page. And that led to rereading messages or sending one last text or making another phone call. And it just, it didn't end well. If that's you, you're experiencing withdrawal from a bond. And today, I'm going to talk about one way to go no contact without spiraling. You're going to learn one evidence-based tool that you can start using immediately. Remember, no contact isn't a punishment. It's space for your nervous system to detox from the constant cues that keep attachment alive. It's also a boundary that protects your healing because every check-in, every scroll, and even just wondering can reopen the wound. Remember, you want to move towards peace, steadfastness. You want to exercise wisdom in all of this. And you're guarding your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Let's start by talking about why you spiral and what to do instead. So, the first reason to consider is that spiraling happens because your brain is searching for relief, not truth. When you feel that urge to check or reach out, your brain is usually saying, I feel pain. Give me something familiar. Even if that familiar thing hurts, it still temporarily lowers your uncertainty. And that's why no contact can feel like withdrawal, because your nervous system is actually craving a predictable hit of connection. The next reason to consider is that no contact fails when there's no plan for triggers. Most people try to do no contact with willpower alone. But willpower is weakest when you're tired or lonely or emotionally activated. You need a plan for those moments when you're most likely to spiral, possibly the nighttime, the weekends, or just after seeing a couple, any type of reminder. So here's your new evidence-based tool. And don't worry, there's a link in the description to a guide that maps out all the steps for you. Okay? The first thing that I want you to do is write a short paragraph about why you're doing no contact. You want to focus on what you're moving towards, not what you're moving away from. So something like, I'm doing no contact because peace is more important than temporary relief. I'm healing, not negotiating. And I understand that I can miss them and I can still choose myself at the same time. Something like that. Or you can even put a hope or a prayer. Lord, help me to choose wisdom over impulse. Help me guard my heart and walk forward in peace. Then you're going to answer these 3 questions. When am I most likely to break no contact? Where am I usually when it happens? And what am I usually feeling right before the urge? Once you have the answers to those 3 questions, you want to make sure you create some activity that replaces that behavior. So if it tends to happen at night when you're scrolling through your phone, maybe you're going to put your phone in another room for 20 minutes. Or maybe it only happens when you're on certain apps. Do you need to delete those apps altogether? Or do you need to limit your time on those apps? Maybe you tend to send texts. Well, instead of sending texts, write whatever you need to say in the notes section of your phone and do not send it. Then I want you to regulate your body. You're going to do something like have some refreshing movement, like stretching, going for a brisk walk, even marching in place works. You can splash cold water on your face. You can do a deep breathing exercise. You want to regulate your body, okay? Next thing is read that no contact statement that you started out with. Maybe it's a prayer, maybe it's a statement, whichever you wrote down, read that, focus on that, and let it anchor you. Then you write your if-then plan. So if I get the urge to check on them or contact them at such and such a time or place, then I will. That's your replacement behavior. And then you add plus your body reset, which walking, splashing water on your face, whatever that was for you, plus, and then that's where your no contact comes in. Like, this is the meaning behind why I'm doing this. And this is your prayer. This is the hope, that thing that you're moving towards. And that's what I'm going to focus on for 10 minutes. So for example, if I get the urge at night in bed, then I'll put my phone in the kitchen, splash cold water on my face, and read my why no contact statement and Psalm 23 for 10 minutes. And that's your plan that you can follow even when you don't feel strong. You don't have to think it up. You've already mapped it out beforehand. Initially, you might not feel like carrying out your plan. Do it first. Don't think about it. Remember Nike? Just do it. Don't wait until you feel like doing it. If you want to change how you feel, sometimes you have to behave in a certain way first in order to change your feelings. Expect the grief wave. Don't interpret it as a sign to go back. Feeling grief is not a sign that you made the wrong choice. It's a sign you're human. Remember to check the description below and get your free guide that maps out all of the steps for you. Until we meet again, remember to fill your cup first and then pour into others. If this message encouraged you, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. And of course, share it with someone who could use a little encouragement today. Hi, I'm Crystal Hawkins, a licensed professional counselor and licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor. Thank you for listening.